Alright, cool. Got a, sorry. Gotta go back and do another little bit. Hey, it's exactly where I need it to be. So, we just got done with Elizabeth in our apartment, and we squashed our beef. Boosting my mood gets me into an investigative mood, but I managed to stave it off. For now, I need to go to bed and get some rest. If I'm going to tackle this crime, I need to do it on an alert mind and a lot of sleep. Tossed awake by the rattle of a jackhammer just outside my window. It's still dark out and my eyes are bleary. I rub at them and squint into the street. A handful of men garbed in bright orange are huddled around some cracks in the middle of the road, surrounded by 3 large trucks. Definitely construction work of some kind. I fall back onto my bed and jam my pillow over my ears, but it's futile. The noise pounds straight through my wall. No matter which way I turn, it continues to throttle me from all sides. Aggravated, I leap out of my bed and head to my living room, kneading at the tension between my temples. Of all times to choose construction, did it really have to be at such an ungodly hour? I retreat to the living room and lie on the sofa, but sleep avoids me. Looks like it's gone for good. Well, clearly this isn't gonna work. I decide to just get up and start the day. Let's see, breakfast, fridge. Totally empty, of course. To be fair, it's been a while since I've gone grocery shopping, but that does nothing to stop my growing irritation. This day looks like it'll be fantastic. I head to the door to put on my shoes, but a sudden alert from my phone stops me in my tracks. Need a cleaver? I've not heard from you in some time, Mr. Troll. Is a night bothering you? Nights can often be unreasonable. No, I don't need another mysterious email. Don't need advice. I don't need any of this. Unreasonable? Wasn't there something about the case that was unreasonable? Come to think of it, maybe I should check into the independent killings again. From the sound of it, those killings might have a substantial connection to this case. Well, I guess the internet exists for a reason. I withdraw my phone, running a search on the independent killings. But why? You have a laptop there. I can see it. Only a few options pop up, and when I tap on them, they never load, only spinning in place. What the hell? I tap again, refresh, restart my browser, nothing. My internet's fine. I check the CNN website, and it loads within a second. Nothing with the independent killings. Seriously? The last thing I need is tech problems. Today seems to be one of those days when nothing goes right. I struggle to keep still, breathing deeply to stave off the irritation. My interrupted sleep, paired with a nagging twist of hunger, starting to haze my brain. No, I need to fight this. First, I have to buy groceries and make some breakfast. Filling my stomach will help me think clearer. Head to the kitchen for my book of coupons. Technically, I'm not short on money, but it never hurts to save. One of the few things I can do for my parents. Damn. But when I look through the drawer, I find a phone tucked away in the back crevice. A phone? What's a phone doing here? Curious, I pick it up, turning it over in my hands. I don't recognize it. It's the latest premium Lemniscate model, upscale even for my standards. Whoever owns this has to be a really rich kid. I try to switch the phone on, but nothing happens. Not even the empty battery indicator. Odd. Is it completely dead? I pry the back panel open to find that there's nothing where the battery should be. Weird. Looks like someone took out the battery. So now I've got this random phone, and I have no idea where it came from. Wait, isn't this the model that Misaki was talking about before? It says here that they're holding some kind of lottery drawing for weed. What? Why would they be giving that away at a drawing? I'm puzzled as well. Someone mind explaining what this weed is? WEED is just an acronym for Wall Electric Energy Director. It's a new Lemniscate cell phone that can run on power from a wall socket even without a battery. That's right. If this new model that Misaki was raving about, if this is the new model Misaki was raving about, I can just use my universal Lemniscate charger to turn it on. I plug the phone into the wall, holding my breath as I tap the switch. The wallpaper glimmers to life. A cheery group photo of 7 or so people, taken in the school courtyard. What the? These faces. These faces are the faces of Shoji, Akane, Haru, and Yahiko. Huddled around them are 3 other students whom I don't recognize, but I think I've seen them around the cafeteria as the Happy Club. Could this be Yahiko's phone? No, he hasn't come over since last week. And even if he did, there's no reason he'd leave his phone here, much less without a battery. Then I notice the phone has no lock system, no number code, no fingerprint recognition, no voice command. Something feels dirty about going through someone else's personal information, but given the circumstances, it can't really be helped. I hold my breath and slide the lock aside. A barrage of messages pops onto the screen, all from Yahiko. Bewildered, I filter through them. Yahiko Ikari, new message. Dude, where are you? Dude, tell me right now. Haru, pick up your damn phone. I'm coming, so help me. I'm coming for you, damn it. The phone slips out of my hand and clatters onto the counter. I stare at it wordlessly, aghast. This is Haru's phone? What's Haru's phone doing in my apartment? Frantically, I check the timestamp of the messages. 2 nights ago, just an hour after the train incident. Train incident where Yahiko had allegedly been arrested and taken to the police. Was that why his words were so harsh? But then, why did I see him in District 6 that night? Haru, Yahiko, Shoji, the lapse. What happened during the lapse? I stumble to the couch, my vision spinning before my eyes. Excuse me. What's going on? Images shift in front of my eyes and overwhelm my vision. I'm in my apartment, but I'm out of my apartment. I'm in the present, but I'm in the future. Or in the past. Everything smells like iron. Iron, trash, smoke. I walk forward, and the carpet against my feet turns to slime. District 6. I'm in District 6, I'm in my laps. I stagger forward, blindingly reaching for a hold on the wall, a garbage bin, anything. My shoes catch against something on the ground. I barely hold my balance. Just a few feet away lies a corpse, hewn with long, slender cuts over every inch of its skin. Trickles of red seeping to the ground. A dark pool sloshes over the cement, sluggishly crawling towards my shoes. I step forward, fixed with morbid fascination, peer into the corpse's mutilated face. Man. So this looks like we're in an alleyway. There's a sidewalk and a street up ahead. Something on the wall, looks like it says Dix. D-I-C-S. I don't know, it's really hard to see. No, what's Haru? Why is he? I have to be mistaken, I have to. Nausea kindles in my stomach. I'm struck still with shock, and my limbs frozen to the ground. Iron fills my nostrils, strangling me. I'm sorry. The body's unmoving. Still. Rid of its suffering. I run. I sprint as fast as my legs will take me, weaving through buildings, streets, until my lungs are pleading for air. My surroundings whistle past me, twisting into a macabre image of mocking beasts. Wait, beasts? Yeah. Too late. Always too late. Yama! I grind to a halt, struggling to keep a grip on my panic. Yaiko stands before me, his phone open and a light in his hand. He's pale in the moonlight, almost to the point of being a ghost. Yaiko? What are you doing here? We stare wordlessly at each other. Yaiko suddenly shakes his head, as if waving his thoughts away. Have you seen Haru? Depends on your definition of see. Now's probably the worst time to have a smart mouth, but I just can't help myself. I have to find some cruel humor in the moment, or I'll break. I saw what was left of him. What? Yaiko's eyes search my face, but I'm unable to speak. He quickly grabs my shoulders. Then what are you doing? You shouldn't even be here. I scoff at this. No, really? Yaiko rifles his fingers through his hair agitatedly. Don't you dare tell anyone. His eyes are pleading. The urgency in his words startle me. Why not? Look, no one else can know about this. His evasiveness makes me wonder. It's almost as if he already knows that Haru died. You scared someone will find out? He falters, staring at me in disbelief. I'm trying to help you, dude. You have to get out of here now. His voice is flat. I don't even know who I'm talking to. This isn't the same Yaiko that I've known for 2 years. Why would I... Go, leave! The intensity of his voice shocks me into obedience. I race away, fleeing to the safety of my apartment. I don't look back. I throw the door open and race to the bathroom, sagging against the toilet as nausea rolls in my stomach. Haru's injuries flash before my eyes, including a fit of retching. It feels like hours before my body finally seems to calm down. What did I just see? My hallucination merges with reality. I'm hunched over the sink, staring emptily down the drain. Haru mutilated to death. Yaiko in District 6 without any rhyme or reason. Everything pointing to me. or rather, the unaccountable alien in my body during the lapses. Gone. It's all gone. I'm too late. I can't. I shouldn't. I didn't. Mizu, Haru, Shoji. I stood by. I killed them. You certainly didn't kill Mizu. You're not responsible for anyone else's. You're not even sort of responsible. I killed them all. Blood. When there was enough of it, the metallic scent kind of turned sweet. Almost like a rich, vibrant pool of paint. Paint that gets everywhere, that seeps into the walls like cement. Paint. Art. Never been much of an artist. Maybe if I was, Rui would have stayed. But she left. No, I chased her. I killed her. Just like I have with everyone else. I'm done with all of this. Too late. And there goes the bell. Finally. I thought class would never end. Don't forget, big test tomorrow. My class groans in unison, but I don't join them. I've accepted my fate. I'll just suck at math forever, so I might as well not study. Great, now I sound like Yama. Oh, right. Yama, big dummy, whining dummy, angsty dummy. Dummy that I haven't seen since the train accident. Yeah, I'm worried. Is that pathetic? I feel like that's pathetic. After the words he said, I should be mad at him. How could he say things like that? How could he use that kind of weak spot against me? We are Rui right now, by the way. I still trust him, I guess. I can't seem to stop trusting him. Besides, if I'm honest, I said some terrible stuff too. I just want to talk it out. We haven't had an argument this bad since Miki left. I know everything will be fine if we can just talk it out. But why do I need to be the one to take the first step? Okay, I know I was insensitive, but doesn't Yama know I just want what's best for him? He's never really been able to take care of himself. He's basically a big overgrown baby. A really attractive big overgrown baby. My cheeks still flush, remembering how he suddenly wrapped his arms around me and shielded my eyes from seeing Shoji. Whoa, okay, really cut it out, that's just pathetic. Someone who I knew died right in front of me, and instead I'm thinking about my crush. This is what they mean by coping mechanism. Anyway, Yama, baby Yama. Or is that why Yama got so upset? Because I keep thinking he needs to be taken care of. I don't know. It's been so long since we've been so distant. I don't even know what to do. Is this what a twin feels like when they're is this what twins feel like when they're separated? Lost? Even if they technically have other friends. Like certain meddlesome roommates whose names I won't mention, but may or may not be called Ari. Akira. But anyway, being apart is like walking without shoes or doing homework with a pen instead of a pencil. It's not seriously bad, it's just not comfortable, it's weird. Maybe I should just talk to him. From the way things are going at this school, it's better to not live with regrets. But at the same time, can I really do it? Hey, Rui. A classmate pops in front of me in a cheery wave. Totally forgot her name, but it instinctively returned to a smile. Hey, what's up? We're heading to GFC, you game? My smile falters. GFC. What I wouldn't give for a trip to GFC with everyone there. Sorry, I think I'll pass. Oh, don't be a party pooper, come on. I really can't, but thanks for the invite. You're not gonna talk to Ari, are you? What? Where did that come from? I don't know, I just... well, used to hang out with her. She has her peach! Damn it! I glanced in Ari's direction out of the corner of my eye. Even though school's technically ended, she's calmly sitting at her seat munching on a peach. She's my favorite. I used to just go up and talk to her because of her quietness. How she was bullied, how she was labeled. Really reminded me of Yama. I should still reach out to her. I should still defend her. But it just hurts. Oh, she's adorable. Is that why you're with me? Sticking around someone you know you're better than at everything probably made you feel really good about yourself. It's not true, it can't be. I wouldn't have done something like that, right? Didn't some philosopher once come up with the theory that every act someone did was only done to help themselves? That there is no such thing as a real good deed? Helping elderly people just makes yourself feel better. Giving to the homeless is just to get attention. Loving family is just to repay them for raising you. That in the end, everything is selfish, and selfless love doesn't exist. No, that can't be possible. He must have just been a real moper. Really? Huh? Oh. Sorry, I just remembered I left my laundry in the washing machine. The lie passes smoothly from my lips. What's even scarier is I don't even feel a hint of guilt. Oh, I see. It happens to me all the time. I know, right? I should really set an alarm. Well, I guess we'll get going. See ya. Have a good time. The moment she exits the room, though, I instantly drop my smile. Great. Now I'm a fake just like the rest of them. You're looking a bit under the weather. What's up? Akira suddenly leaps from beneath my desk. I smile in relief. I think it's real this time. Hey, Akira. Shouldn't I ask you why you were hiding under my desk? Well, I'd tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. So, drama club? I don't think so. Not today. She stares at me. Not at all in a judging way, but definitely searching for answers. Remember what you promised? Yeah, but he's not even at school. That's exactly why you should come. We're doing confidence exercises. That way, after club, you can go right to his apartment. What? Today? No time like the present. I can't do that, not in our current situation. The situation won't change unless you make it, Rui. It's a universal fact. The law of inertia. Precisely. An object in motion with the same speed in the same direction. An object in motion stays in motion with the same speed and in the same direction unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. Currently, the object that is your and Yama's relationship is headed straight into a black hole where it'll be crushed to tiny bits. Or create a time-space paradox that unravels the very fabric of the universe. Point dramatically to the sky, she grins in satisfaction. Exactly. So you should try as soon as possible. I lower my hand. I'll try. I say this mainly to appease her. Honestly, I don't want anything to do with Yama. Not anymore. What? Just 5 minutes ago you said... Even thinking about it hurts. Hurts to the point where I feel like I can barely breathe. Rui, it'll all be okay. You look back on this one day and think, ha, I was silly as a goose in a soap opera. My throat feels sore. I want to believe her, honest. Thanks, Agent Angel. Agent Angle. Oh, it's nothing, Agent Goose. Both Silly Goose and Mother Goose. She squeezes my shoulder comfortingly. I'm going to club, okay? Come when you can. Everyone misses you. Okay, have a great time. As always. She squeezes my shoulder again and disappears into the hallway. I should feel terrible for lying, but I can't bring myself to feel anything at all. I take up my bag and exit the school. It feels more like something out of habit than my own conscious choice. I actually don't come to my senses until I reach the school entrance. Why am I here? There's no reason for me to leave. I live on campus. I don't have any activities, and I'm not going to eat anywhere. Oh, right. The idiots and I used to hang out here, usually before GFC. But there isn't anyone now. Fuck. I turn back to the school, but a sudden movement catches the corner of my eye. What was that? I head around the corner, but there's nothing except a trash bin. Weird. I must just be tired. I think about heading back to the dorm to rest, but a curious suggestion makes me hesitant. Now that she supplied the idea of visiting Yama today, I can't get it out of my head. It's a terrible idea. He hates me. He doesn't want to see me. He's tired of me, right? But who's reminding that idiot to pay his utility bills on time? Who's dragging his sorry butt through school? Who keeps him from collapsing out of exhaustion? Akira, why? Fine, I'll go, just for a few seconds. Pop in, make sure that some nuclear disaster hasn't happened, pop out. Easy, right? I should stop asking rhetorical questions. They tend to give me the answers I don't want. Huh? I turn around, peering down the road. It's normal people, normal cars, normal houses. Nothing out of the ordinary. I must just be really Okay, what's going on? Try to walk closer to the street and blend into the crowd. I swear this is constant shadow on the edge of my sight. No matter what way I turn, I can't seem to see it. There again. I start to pick up the pace, moving into more populated streets. Still there. Whatever's going on, I need to get out of here. Maybe I'm just being stupid, but I swear that shadow's actually following me. I jog back to the school, only stopping for breath when everything seems safe. No sign of that person, whoever they were. Good. Ah! What was that? It looked like they were behind the school, but that's not possible, is it? The only entrance is the gate. How did they get in without me seeing? What? Oh man, that's just creepy to look at. Oh shit. The figure starts running straight at me. I don't even have time to think. I immediately sprint away, heading back to the main street. If anything can protect me, this crowd can. Jesus Christ. I grind to a halt somewhere in the mass of people gathered by the crosswalk. When I glance behind me, I still see the figure hanging around the edge of the buildings. So if we can see it, why can't we see what it is? I can't even get a distinct outline, but I swear I see two glinting eyes in the shadows, and they seem to be looking right at me. I shudder, pressing myself as close to the crowd as possible. Thankfully, when the stoplight turns green, the figure doesn't follow. It's a little strange. Why does that person seem so familiar? come to a start with my head pounding terribly. This must be what it's like to have a hangover. My eyes absently scan the surroundings out of habit. City, nighttime, sitting on a bench, cool breeze and a clear sky, and weather I would have enjoyed in different circumstances. Oh, that's right. I lapsed. I draw out my phone almost lazily, my brain still fuzzy as I check the time. 10 p.m. I've been out of it for how many hours? 14? Okay, I think we're Yama again. There was a shadowy figure stalking Rui. Entire day gone. No record of where I went, what I'd been doing. I checked my bank records on my phone, nothing new. Photos, calendars, notes, nothing. Pockets, doesn't look like anything stolen, at least nothing super important. No messages and no calls, whether incoming or outgoing, unless they've been deleted. Is that it? Ah, wait, something in my jacket pocket. I pull out a slim phone that's cool and smooth against my palm. Right. Troublesome phone of Harubunya. Harubunya, who was brutally murdered. Haru, who had the latest phone model. Haru, who after being murdered somehow had his latest phone model make its way into my apartment. If this doesn't raise more than a few questions, nothing will. Huh. I don't seem to care. Why don't I seem to care? Well, guess I'm not gonna get any answers by just standing around here. I should head back to my apartment, take another look, see if I missed anything now that I'm actually thinking clearly. Almost a little too clearly, actually. But what's this? As I draw near to my apartment complex, I notice a line of police cars surrounding the entrance gate. Lights flaring and sirens blaring. In the center of the light stands none other than Shigeru Enomoto, deep in conference with the police officer I recognized from my little trip in the forest. As per usual, Shigeru's practically screaming her lungs out with every word. Are you not cognizant of the impetus by which I have come? Officer Kobayashi, the Bureau has contended that the student must be incarcerated under suspicion of the recent homicides. What? So I'm aware. I harbored my own suspicions. And you contend that such an intellectually impaired ersatz for a humanoid sloth could possess the sophisticated genius necessary to orchestrate the mass murder of his associates? What? Is she talking about me? Are they talking about me? If the police are here, if the police are talking about me, then they're waiting to arrest me. You know more than I do. What is your opinion on the matter? Hugh is my errand boy. You claim to be good at reading people. You saying that you misread the suspect? A muscle in Shigeru's jaw twitches. She stuffs her hands in her pockets and mutters something that I barely catch. I am not wrong. Then you agree that Yama Ishimoto is the prime suspect. What? Would she? Shigeru, the legitimate detective. Does she believe I'm the killer? She wouldn't, right? The emptiness in my chest promptly disappears, replaced by pounding fear. If even Shigeru believes it, doesn't that mean that it's true? I agree. She agrees. I agree. The universe agrees. I try to step back into the shadows. My feet fumble. And I clutch desperately at the wall, staring blankly before me. I'm glad we're on the same page. Now, we'll submit a request to Lemniscate to track his phone. The time such as... Wait, the time such an action would take is too substantial. Barring the convict conveniently shares his location with us, the process can take up to 48 hours. Then we'd better get started. He motions to several officers standing by. They gather around him in a loose circle. Wordlessly, I turn on my heels and sprint away. Where to? I can't even say. My shoes seem to move automatically, even as my mind stands still. Corner here, turn here, stop here. Yeah, that's right. I'm not just an ordinary high school student who woke up from an overlong nap. I'm a murder suspect. Guilty conscience. Someone who holds the phone of the murder victim in his hand after the victim's death. Shigeri. She's not the type to lie to protect someone. I should have expected that answer from her. Then, if I accept it, shouldn't I be turning myself in? I grind to a halt at the subway platform, sliding into the nearest bench. Alone in a crowd. Isn't that the expression? Hanging around in public is probably the worst place for me to be. As soon as they get a hold of my picture, my face will be broadcasted around the nation. Who knows? Maybe it's already on Twitter. Maybe Misaki or Yaiko have already stumbled across it. And like Shigeri, just like Shigeri, turning one by one. Not a friend, not an errand boy, not an academy student. A murder convict. Why wouldn't they leave? Why wouldn't they all just go? Because you're not guilty. Voice is almost deafening in my head, resounding in every corner of my brain. I almost start at the sound. But what if it doesn't matter? But what I want doesn't matter. The evidence says otherwise. Killings happening at night. Culprit. Someone who knows the security procedures of the academy well. Someone who can fake sanity too well. What if, when I'm sleeping, my personality changes and I get up, sneak across town? You know that's not true. Alright, that's enough. I close my eyes and quiet my thoughts, waiting for an image to materialize. Sure enough, a familiar figure steps onto the scene. What are you doing here? I'm here to bail you out, kid. Alright, and on that, I'm gonna cut it because, full disclosure, I had to re-record this bit in accordance with some other alterations I had to make in further episodes, which, as you can see, I have a bunch of saves that come after this, so I'm just trying to make a neat, like, I just had to re-record this bit for reasons that will be partially explained, at least, in the following videos. So, on with the story in the next part. Peace.